All right, so I definitely told you that we're going to be doing some D&D content, so here it is. I never said it was going to be good. I'm terrible at D&D, and you're going to disagree with me because I fundamentally don't understand this game, but I love being a fantastical nerd that tries different things. So I'm going to tell you about how I failed at being a DM. And we're going to start by reading a script that I wrote to introduce the world that I started in. Now, as a DM, you don't necessarily have to do this. You don't have to lead as somebody who wants to just like write this great, fantastical story, have an amazing opening, like The Lord of the Rings. Sometimes you just gotta like crack the Pepsi and go, let's play a game. And that is not how I took this. So I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to read this in my DM voice. And I want you to try and put yourself in the world and try and understand the world and see where you come out after I analyze it a little bit. Long ago, in a realm forgotten by the material plane, creatures known by legend as the children of magic have been thriving in the region's mountains, plains, and forests. However, a renegade band of soldiers has started pillaging and destroying settlements and natural wonders within the realm. This led to the ancient source and protector of magic, Haldor, King of the Dragons, to meet them in battle. Tragically, Haldor fell, and the destruction of the settlements continued. Soured by the loss of his father and the weakness of retaliation on the renegades, the Prince of Dragons seeks to avenge his father's fall and restore magic to its rightful place. Now, when you come into this world and you hear those words, and this is how I opened the session for my players, you think, damn, dragons fought the source of magic, the place of legends, these protectors of these settlements died to protect it. These evil settlers came in and they destroyed and dismantled this thing. And the Prince of Dragon both seeks revenge, but to continue the protection that his father had before him. The way I played it was extremely different from this, because all I wanted to do in the 3 to 4 hours that I had that night was for people to fight a dragon. Because I had never made people fight a dragon before. That is the only thing that I wanted out of this session. That was the only thing in my mind going into this session, is I wanted to have some great dragon combat. I created this whole beautiful story, and frankly, it's not terrible. Like, this plotline is a very, very great plotline that you can build off of and make mystical and fantastical and fun and interesting and souring and destructive and empowering and brightening. And I didn't do any of that because all I wanted to do was take my players to a cave to fight a dragon. And that is all I did. They started in the village. They called it the village. I forget. I don't even remember the name of the village. I don't remember the name of the village of the story I created. Where is it? Saving Holbrook Village. Holbrook Village. They're supposed to wake up. Act 1. Players wake up in rubble and soot. The village that they were protecting ravaged by a beast from the sky. Amongst the rubble, they find victims and those in need of help. I was going to have them do skill checks to save people that they remembered that I had them create before the session. Like, all of these things to build them and get them inside the world. And then I have them face off against the thing that actually killed them. And it was the dragon. Why would the Prince of Dragon, protector of magic, inheritor of this fantastical land outside the material plane, fight its own people? Was it so soured by the fact that its father died that it's trying to avenge them, and any possible rumor that the marauders might be around? It made no absolute sense whatsoever. And so they got to the dragon, who landed outside of the plains to offer them a challenge to see if they could beat them to become protectors of the realm. And the first thing they asked was like, dude, what the fuck? Why would you do this? All we've done for you is provide and thank you for your goodness and your gifts, and you nuked us for what? And that was my first indication that I was not playing this how I supposed to play it. I didn't flesh this world out. I didn't truly understand the motivations of this dragon, because after conversing with our lifetime DM of the group, the narrative became extremely clear. This dragon was supposed to be easily convinced to go after the marauders, to go after these warriors that killed his father, and he was supposed to be accompanied by my heroes. He wasn't supposed to be fighting my heroes. I was supposed to make 3, 4, 5 different marauders that were able to take down a dragon. That was the boss. That was saving Holbrook Village and the rest of the realm. Why did I create a dragon that I just wanted to fight a dragon with? And that was one of the first reasons and ways that I understood that I need to rework how I think of DMing. I need to pull myself back out of combat and really build the world, because I had all of the blocks here to make a fantastic world, to make interesting NPCs, to make interesting little adventures for them to go off of. They started in the plains. I said there were forests, there were mountains. There's clearly a cave system. That's where the dragon lives. I needed to create a more enriching story, and all I wanted to do was create a bloodbath. And I think that was one of the major flaws that I started with, which is just hoping that combat would carry me through and just spend the entire time edging us towards that with other micro combats. The other thing that I had right off of the bat was them fighting a bunch of different drakes. Why? These drakes had nothing to do with the story. They didn't give them anything at all. This was just protectors of the dragon that I had them get chased by in a series of planes so that I could get them to the fight, push them further towards the cave. I did a lot of things wrong in this campaign, and I'm sure you can find a bunch more. And just based on the premise alone, the little pieces of my world that I gave you, you could probably create a better story, and it wouldn't take that much. I made the bar on the floor. So learn a little bit from this example and this little story that I gave about a failure that I had, because I'm trying to learn from it every single time I write little one-shots, because I'm definitely not a long story campaign kind of guy. I'm definitely like little one-shots, maybe 3 shots, maybe 5 shots, but not years of campaign learning. I just don't think my ADHD can handle that. I'm literally fidgeting with a fidget toy as we make this video. But I think at the end of the day, I learned a lot from this, and it's because of this mistake that's going to make me a better DM. And hopefully in videos and live streams in the future, we'll be able to, have conversations about some of the cool stuff that I create, whether it's the homebrew stuff I'm working on or more little tiny adventures like this. So let me know what you think of all of my mistakes and what you learned from it, as well as what I could potentially continue to learn from it in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.